Hello people of the internet, we are here at Parc Asterix in France today on this lovely, sunny, beautiful day. And as you can see, we have the equivalent of the Disneyland Paris castle of Parc Asterix. Oh, look at him, he's sat upon his rock. And today, we didn't realise when we booked this, it's a national holiday, meaning it's going to be very busy. And we've only got until around 6:30 or maybe the hour before 8. And Em has never been here before, and I haven't been for a while. So what we're going to be doing today is testing out the unlimited fast track to see if it is any good. And this is my first time doing this as a European theme park. So if you want to see more, then do subscribe, because I'll definitely do this at other parks around the world. And unlike our previous one at Alton Towers, which we know UK theme parks aren't the best with operations, and the rides always have really long wait times, Parc Asterix in France is a different story because the operations there are really good. So on a very busy day like today, it would be good to see whether or not it's worth it. Oh, and also a massive thank you to Parc Asterix for admission to the park today. Let's actually get onto this vlog, shall we? Starting with the park's new for 2025 spinning roller coaster. And here we go. Here is Filotomatix. I'm definitely pronouncing that wrong, so apologies to all my French viewers. Look at it go. It's so weird because you sit facing inwards. And I've never done a ride like this before. I've obviously done spinning coasters many a time. But yeah, here's the entrance. Oh, what a view. And we're going to use the fast track. An hour wait, this is stated at. So, well, 55 minutes, sorry. 5 minutes off. Here we go. Let's go in. Thoughts on what to expect of this spinning roller coaster?
I've not seen anything about it.
You can see it around you though. And here we go into the queue. Yeah, we had to wait a little bit because it seemed like someone wasn't tall enough and they were kicking up a fuss. But we're on it now. In the station, I think. This is really nice in here. Theming's great. And we're about to get batched. And again, it's taken literally not even 5 minutes compared to the 60 or 55 that was advertised. So we'll see you after Filotomatix, if I can ever pronounce the name correctly. I really enjoyed that. We've just come off. How did you find it?
I thought it was fun.
I think more places should get that. Obviously, it's not a people eater. The capacity isn't the best because it's 4 people per car. But I think the layout was amazing. I believe it's a Gerstlauer spinning coaster. I say I believe just in case I get that wrong. And it's got a lift hill up there and even a little launch over here, which is really cool as it sends you into this part of the ride. That was unexpected. But yeah, a very nicely themed coaster as well. Perfect for this park, I think. And yes, we skipped an hour-long queue, which is fantastic. Meaning so far, that's 60 minutes or 55 minutes skipped. Let's move on to the next ride. Now, before that next ride, I need to tell you about the different fast track that Parc Asterix offer and the price, so you can actually work out at the end of this video if it's worth it or not. The park offers various different tiers of Filotomatix, as they call it, including one that allows you to virtual queue instead for €20, cut your waiting time in half at 10 attractions for €35, skip the queue completely for 10 attractions, not including Filotomatix and the Filotomatix spinner, which is €50, or the unlimited, which we went for, which is everything as many times as you want for €140. So yes, it is a bit steep, but we're going to work out today if it's truly worth it. And suddenly we've transitioned from Filotomatix to Egypt, I believe. Look at the theming in here. This is really nice. I haven't actually seen this before. Maybe it's not Egypt. No, it definitely is. God, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. A chair swing here? Pretty sure this is new since I last came. Loving the fountains, very nice. I wonder if they get you wet like Monkey Swinger used to. Can we hold a minute silence for Monkey Swinger at Chessington? Okay, silence complete. And yeah, they're building this right here. Look at that portal. Very cool. That is the portal to the Londinium area. So they're building that over the fence. Not that I'm that tall. I look really small now. And that, of course, includes a multi-dimension roller coaster, which will be incredible. Themed to the motherland. La Descente de Nile. That is a Storm Surge-esque ride at Thorpe Park, if you know that one. But this one looks a lot better themed. And here we go, Osiris, the B&M inverted roller coaster. Oh, I love this ride so much. I do love Nemesis Reborn, but for a themed area and stuff, this is closing in on being better. And I love the color scheme as well, the blue and the beige. Oh, B&M never fails until modern times. And here it comes through the loop, over the entrance. So cool. This is advertised on the app as an 80-minute wait currently. So it'd be nice to skip that. and get on. I do love that bit where it goes under there with the water. Look at the station, that is insane. Operations, by the way, look, it's going around in the background and it's going up the lift hill, almost there at the top. That is just incredible. This park never fails to amaze me. And here is the Filotomatix entrance. I'm just going to keep calling it Fast Pass. Are you excited?
Yeah, I love B&M inverts.
Do you think this will be better than Nemesis?
No.
Whoa! Epic. We have just come off of Osiris, not once, but twice. And that's the thing with the fast track, is you can literally go around as much as you want, as many times as you want. That's the same thing. But Osiris is amazing, and I especially love the underwater section there, as much as that is quite brief. And the inversions are so intense as well, like that loop, and even that Immelman there. And I can't lie, we were both saying that this sort of lift up and that huge drop, there's no little pre-drop, no little flattening out section like there is on most inverts. It's just straight banking towards the ground into a tree. I think that might be my favourite part of this ride, that entire drop section into that first inversion. I do like that overbank as well. There it goes. And M has got to say something.
Well, I actually prefer the layout in comparison to Nemesis Reborn, and at the end, it doesn't go.
But I really do love the Egyptian theming, and just the layout itself is really intense, but also really smooth and relaxing in other places. Yeah, I think this coaster is my second favourite invert, and that is saying something. Whoa! And because we went around twice, we saved 80 minutes on the first time, and I just checked, it's gone down to 50. So we'll say 80 minutes for one, 50 for the other. So that's another 130 minutes saved. 2 rides on Osiris in less than 10 minutes.
Gated.
Back down towards the Egypt expansion that opened this year as we head towards Greece. We headed into Greece, where Pegasus Express awaited. A lovely little family coaster, and we boarded that, skipping a 40-minute wait. We then walked past this roller coaster right here, which looks really janky. And it kind of is, because I've done it before. And fun fact, this ride doesn't actually come under the fast track. It has no fast track queue at all. So if you wanted to wait for that one, you've got to wait the actual queue time. So no time saved there. Past that, you then had the flat ride called Disco Bellix. I don't even know. And this ride isn't really a throughput machine at all. So the queue was very long for this one, and it did come under the fast track. And thus riding it, we managed to skip another 40-minute wait. And that swings and spins over the lake. This would be a huge health and safety hazard in the UK. There's some fishes. Yeah, there'd be like a 7-meter high fence between this lake and the pathway. It's time for Tonnerre to Zeus, which is apparently on a 45. I thought they said 49 minutes. 45-minute wait. Look at this guy. You can see his underwear, by the way. Look, I'm not being weird. They did that on purpose. So we're going to skip the 45-minute wait on Tonnerre to Zeus. Fun fact, this is pretty much Tonnerre 3 Zeus, because the second edition was retracked by Gravity Group, and this year it's been retracked by RMC. So is this an RMC now? I don't know. Apparently it's mostly a steel coaster now on the rails, so God knows what you call this coaster anymore. Is it a wooden roller coaster? I don't even know. As it goes down that drop. Go on, push along. Ah, there we go. Wow. Off it goes. Yeah, you don't walk under his legs. You go to the left, down here. This looks very out of the way, very snug in the corner. Why is there just some random shed? Maybe this is just someone's walking to like their back garden or something. That's why it's so random. And we're into the station. Like a half-open station as well. Very nice. See you after. Tonnerre de Zeus was a surprise. The start was so smooth. And yeah, some people might think it's too smooth and it's not got that woody characteristic. But I did enjoy the smooth portions a bit more than the rough portions, but at least it's not as rough as this thing. Oh dear Lord, someone help us. But it has had new trains put on it with new restraints. So maybe it won't be so bad. See if these restraints make any difference. Hopefully they do. I was going to say, it's not actually headbanging, is it? It's more just like...
Tense my neck.
Oh, what an experience. Goodric's complete. The restraints weren't actually that bad on that. I thought they would make it better, and they did. Very, very nice. Thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was fun. Although, there are still bits where it is a little bit rough, but it's not terrible because you're not hitting your head.
I was going to say, it's more the restraints stop you from hitting your head because they used to be like really bulky and you would just constantly be like that, but now you have nothing to hit your head into, so really good.
It's a fun coaster though, but it just confuzzles me because Python at Efteling's really smooth.
Well, it's because they did a retrack work on that. Maybe Goodric's also needs a retrack. But yeah, fun little coaster. A lot better than I remember. I actually don't think that's one of the worst coasters I've ever ridden now. It's not as painful. It's just very, very rough. And now, it's not even 1 p.m, I don't think. And we've done every single major coaster except from Le Trace du Horror, which is the bobsled coaster, I think it's called. And Toutatis as well. So we'll go give them a go. Look, it's a vegetable and fruit restaurant. What is that? What the incredible theming. Yeah, we've done all that. And it's one of the busiest days on a national holiday. The fast track has definitely served its purpose. Look how much time we've saved. Look, you can see it right now. Wow. Having started the day with our Filotomatix with Setautomatics, we are now walking past Enigmatics on our way to use the Filotomatix on the last 2 remaining major coasters. Starting with Le Trace du Horror, which is their bobsled coaster that has 3 lift hills, or like 3 brake run type things that act as lift hills. And that very long bobsled ride also had a very long queue that was coming out of the entrance, but it was stated at a 30-minute wait. So as much as I think that out the entrance would be a bit longer than that, we're going to take it as 30 anyway. And after a bite to eat, it was time to move on to the biggest ride at the park. Toutatis. This is crazy. I remember it being like an hour long inside the queue, let alone outside. That is mental. And here we go, the station of Toutatis behind with all the grass and everything. And we're going to head towards the Filotomatix queue, the fast track. Yeah, we're skipping a long queue by doing this. And here it comes. Up the spike. Yeah, it rolls back and then goes up the spike. That's so cool. I do love this ride. Look at my cinematography. This is, what am I doing? And there it goes. So supposedly, that queue over there is an hour long. I don't know if I believe that. It might be a tiny bit longer, but this will be an hour saved. So let's see how long the fast track wait is. Are you excited? This is your first time.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thoughtful words. This is insane, straight up into the station. It usually takes ages to get to this point, so we'll take it. We bloody love Intamin. Bro, it's bloody Dumbledore or Gandalf or something. There we go. That was Toutatis. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. It was advertised at an hour when we originally joined the queue, but now it's gone down to, I think, about half an hour. I can't see it from here. That was so good. With the fast track, we managed to get row 4 and then instantly round again onto row number 10, the back row. And then row number 2, so pretty much front row as well. Yeah, the fact we managed to get literally like straight round 3 times, so good. That ride, just, it's the backwards section when you're going through that backwards launch. You probably saw it on the on-ride filming, because especially on the back row. So there's a lot of backwards or back rows. And as much as like the start is really flowy and really nice, this switch track here, and as you go into that forwards launch, that's crazy enough. And then obviously it switches and you head backwards up the spike. I love this ride so much. I think it's so much fun. I'd love to see more of these made. There's only 2 in the world right now with that swing launch and the spike. Oh, it's so good. Someone is fearing for their life on there. But no, that's so good. I've got a spike coming out of my head now. Spiky hair. And if you count the first time we skipped it as 60, and then the last 2 is 30 each. Then we've just skipped 2 hours worth of queue in the space of about 15 minutes of riding, which I think is insanely good. But mainly that of course means we have ticked off every single major roller coaster and every major ride done with the Filotomatix, and we've had a few re-rides in there as well, to the point where it didn't actually stop there, because we went and had more re-rides, where we skipped a 45-minute wait to go on Settautomatics again, a 25-minute wait was skipped by going on Osiris again, and Two Tatis remained on that half-an-hour wait for pretty much the rest of the day, and we went round twice on that again too. So as much as we didn't rush around the park and we didn't do those smaller flat rides as well, for the time that we had inside the park and for the amount of rides that we got on, we managed to save 585 minutes worth of queuing, which then leaves us with the verdict. Was the fast track or Filotomatix worth the price to skip those 585 minutes? Well, my answer to that verdict is very, very specific, because for someone like us who on that day saw massive queues, and it was of course a national holiday, very busy, and we were quite worried we wouldn't get on everything more than once, then a day like that where you haven't got all the day there, I would say it's worth getting it if you wanted to get some re-rides in on those busier days. But genuinely, if you're just visiting on a normal day, or even if it's open till 10 PM like it was on this day, but we obviously couldn't stay till late sadly, a weekend whenever, I don't think you need fast track for Parc Asterix. Unlike the UK where you do sort of need fast track if you want to get on everything at least once, we could have easily done everything once if we wanted to via the main queue line. Heck, we probably would have had a re-ride or two in there somewhere, and it's because those operations at the park, they get the trains out so quickly, they have so many trains running on those coasters, and yes, there is a few exceptions like that Discobolix or I can't still pronounce it, and a few other things here and there. The majority of the rides at that park absolutely eat those queue lines up. So if you're visiting on a whim and you've got the entire day and just taking it chill, don't bother with fast track, because I can guarantee you will get on everything, because once again, Parc Asterix operations 10 out of 10. If you want to see me do this in another country at another theme park, do let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to the channel as well so you can stay up to date on future videos. Thank you for watching, and once again a massive thank you to Parc Asterix for providing admission. Bye!